Those of you who don't know me, my name is Trendiak. I'm a headshot photographer here in Vancouver, voted Best Headshot Photographer 2018. Today I'm with Olga, one of my makeup artists and hairstylists who I bring to the shoot. One of the things I've kind of always wanted to communicate with people is how to show up for headshot makeup, the importance of headshot makeup, what is headshot makeup. So I thought, who better to kind of teach us than Olga?
Yeah.
But essentially with my headshot sessions, I really want to make the entire thing a really great experience, and I think hair makeup is really a big part of that.
Yeah, it's a huge component for sure.
When somebody comes into the studio to get their hair and makeup done, to get photos, how should they show up for makeup?
So for makeup, I recommend just show up with your bare face and moisturizer on, and that is really all you need to worry about. If you're a regular chapstick user, by all means, we want your skin to look fresh and hydrated, and that's really it for makeup.
So what if somebody shows up, like maybe they came from work or we're doing a shoot later in the day and they already have some makeup on?
Yeah, that's nothing to worry about. We always have remover wipes and we can just take everything off and start fresh.
Do you have any tricks and tips, some do not do's or do do's?
Do do's and do not do's. Yeah.
For maybe the day before or something?
Yeah, definitely. For the day before, I always recommend make sure if you're doing any sort of waxing or threading, preparations, hair removal, don't do those the week of, maybe do them the week prior. Get lots of sleep the night before. Make sure you're drinking lots of water so that your skin is fresh and hydrated for us. And when it comes to male hair or short hair, don't get a fresh haircut the day before. Lines can look really sharp. Maybe do it a couple days before, 2 to 3. That way it's had time to set in a little bit and it looks great on camera. The one thing that I always like to talk about too is sideburns. Make sure that they're nice and trimmed. We unfortunately can't cut hair here. So just make sure that all that prep work is done for us so that you're ready to go.
Awesome. What about chemical peels?
Chemical peels. Yeah, things like that, services that are a little bit more invasive, don't do them the week of as well. Make sure you find out what the recovery time is, if any, and kind of work with that.
Because I've actually had somebody show up with a chemical peel.
Amazing.
They want to try to have good skin before the shoot, but there is a recovery time. So make sure to do all that stuff like a week before or something.
Your skin can be very inflamed. I know for myself, when I get my eyebrows waxed or threaded, I always have a reaction. And especially when it comes to eyebrow waxing, it does remove all the fine little hairs around your brows and even a little top layer of your skin. So applying makeup over top sometimes can be quite tricky because the surface is really smooth and not the same surface as the rest of your face, so it doesn't go on as evenly.
What's the difference between beauty makeup, wedding makeup, and then headshot makeup?
Yeah, so headshot makeup I find is a very specific thing. We're here to make you look like the best version of yourself. So we're not applying a ton of product necessarily, just working with your features to make sure that they're camera ready, as opposed to beauty makeup, where we really enhance things.
Because I notice when I'm shooting and then I get the photos on the computer, one of the biggest problems would be shininess, or usually it's the forehead.
Yep.
And so what do we do to kind of reduce that? Is it obviously we're not using high gloss products, but is there products that we use to help eliminate kind of shine?
Definitely, yeah. We always have powders on hand, blot papers. You mentioned that you have them for guys that show up, maybe don't have them for themselves. Just to reduce the shine, make the skin look really even, very clean. Really, it's all about the skin, I find, more than anything. We're not doing severe contours. We're not doing any Instagram makeup, as cool as it is. That's not the purpose of headshots.
Okay, yeah. I totally agree. As with headshots, let's say it's a corporate headshot or whatever, you need to look like you're showing up to an interview. So you're not going to show up with extreme makeup. It is quite natural and simple. Same thing if you're an actor, you want to show up like you're showing up to an audition.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the time to try out new looks.
Yeah, we can do more creative
Totally.
shoots to play around and do some more creative looks. Perfect. You also do a little bit of hair. You do all my. It's so great that I can have one person kind of do the hair and makeup. What goes into headshot hair?
That's a great question. So headshot hair, again, should look like your regular hair, but played up and made more beautiful. So if you have natural wave texture, we're gonna work with that. I wouldn't recommend, if you normally wear your hair wavy, to have it straightened. It's just not how you're gonna show up to an interview, right? You wanna look like your natural self.
Yeah. And I noticed like the big thing is like flyaways and like maybe some static. Sometimes the studio has like some staticky air maybe, depending what environment we're in. How do we kind of tame those like flyaways?
Yeah, definitely. There's products that we use to make sure everything's kind of smoothed and kind of even and just easier for you, because then you don't have to Photoshop little flyaways, right? That's a pain in the butt. So you want to make sure that those are tamed and gone.
So one thing I do when I'm alone, maybe we're on location, Olga's no longer here, bounce dryer sheets. They help remove static, and I literally take them to my clients, usually females, and just get away all the static, and it actually kind of helps. So if you're on location, maybe if you're a different photographer, keep bounce dryer sheets in your camera bag.
That's such a great trick.
Yeah, I saw it there in the corner.
I never even thought of that.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
It wasn't my idea, so photographer. Yeah, so when I'm shooting headshots, I really want to make sure we highlight the face, highlight your eyes and your smile. And you can see Olga right now has like a side part.
Yeah.
What often happens, do you mind if I get in your hair? What often happens when we're shooting is the bangs kind of start to come in front of the eyes. So we really want to make sure, grabbed a hoop bearing there. Really want to make sure we can see your whole face. When your eyes are covered or part of your face is covered, it could translate as you're hiding something. So, if you're applying for jobs or, you don't want to be hiding something. You just want to be open and airy and very present and approachable.
Totally. And the other thing about the hair coming to the face, it can alter the look that your natural contours have. So if you have great cheekbones and your hair is doing this, all of a sudden your cheekbones are gone. Also, when you pull it back, boom, there they are. And then shadows, hair cast shadows as well. Yeah,
so I'll put a light, let's say camera right, and if that's where the hair is parting, they'll actually get a shadow from the hair on the face. I
don't know if you can see, am I making a shadow right now?
No. We're not using my proper lighting, but so yeah, one thing I'll often do, we'll shoot, we'll play with the hair, but maybe a look we'll do at the end is I'll actually pull the hair back and just like totally expose the face, and so you can really see who you are and what you look like. And if you think about where the photos are going, it's probably going on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Tinder,
business cards.
So the photos are like literally all that big. So we need to pull the hair back so you can see who you are. Because if you don't know what you look like, what's the point of having a headshot?
Yeah, it's about connecting with the camera. So it's really the face and your connection. That's the primary focus of my job. Makeup and hair is secondary. It's fantastic to have a professional take care of you like that, just because your photos will have that much more value.
Totally.
Right?
And then one more thing I look for when I'm shooting, so you can even see Olga's here. She's actually pretty good. So if you look towards the camera, I'll often get, because girls want big hair, we'll get this. And the hair is looking big and it's looking like really nice. The problem is we lose her shape on her shoulder. Look, we can't even see her shoulder. So I want to see those shoulders. And then this way we have a nice square look. We can also do like a little bit out front, just as long as it's not on the shoulders here. We call this hair sprawl, and it takes all your shape away. And especially women, we want shape, we want good shape, and shape that flatters you.
I mean, there is a big difference between how a professional does makeup and how many other people that are professionals would do their own makeup. And really, it's, again, bringing the value to your photos. If you're gonna invest in having your photos taken professionally, have the professional services that come along with it. It makes a world of difference.
if you're gonna do it well, don't cut corners, and invest in hair and makeup. Because if you don't invest in hair and makeup, the end product will totally result in looking kind of like you cut corners. And I've definitely had people come in and say, oh, like my friend can do hair and makeup, or I can do it, and the photos just aren't as good. It really matters. My photography lights are so bright, and my camera captures so much detail. It's not a cell phone or a prosumer camera. It's like a professional camera that's meant to capture all the details. So hair and makeup really like tops the photo off for sure.
Yeah, the pros really know what we're doing when it comes to lighting and compensating with the lighting, making sure that you look your best.
Olga, what are the differences between men and women, makeup, grooming?
Totally.
Yeah.
So what I always like to start off with is, if you're a gentleman and you're not too keen on wearing makeup, it's just called basic male grooming. So what we do is we perfect your skin, make sure there's no redness, no blemishes. You know, if you do have darker under eye circles, we are gonna brighten those up a little bit. Again, you wanna look your best. Good eyebrows, make sure those are in place. You know, skin is looking good. Again, you're a guy, you're looking fresh, looking good, photos are gonna be awesome. For women, I do like to add a little bit more. If they prefer it, of course, we do want to address the different areas of the face, whereas a lot of guys won't want that.
It's always really nice when a guy comes in with a good haircut. I know on site we're not able to do anything about haircuts, but when should a man get a haircut? Like right before the shoot?
No. You know, it's I would say 2 to 3 days before.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Because it's nice, it'll be fresh, but like grown in just a little bit. I find right after the haircut, it's just a tiny bit too short. And we want you to kind of like looking natural. So.
Yeah, and we want to make sure, you know, like all the edges, the sides are clean. Not that you're shooting the back, but you just want it to look your best.
Yeah, and if you feel your best, it's going to show on camera. Is there a price difference for men and women?
Yeah, generally there is. I mean, basic male grooming takes maybe 15, 20 minutes. Depends on what the work we have to do. Whereas with women, I would say it's about 45 minutes to an hour. So it is more work intensive, more time consuming. So usually, yes, there will be a price difference. So a lot of people these days have sensitivities or allergies to different ingredients. What I always recommend is, if you're gonna be working with Rob, let him know ahead of time. That's a fantastic thing to do because he can just relay the information to me and I can work within what your needs are. Or if you do have products that you like to use that you want to bring yourself and have us apply them for you, that's another option too.
Fantastic. Yeah, I've definitely had people come and request certain allergen-free, all-natural.
Yeah, lots of products are tested for allergies and sensitivities, but if there's just something specific you know, that you need, then either provide us with it or let us know to avoid.
Okay, and those are our hair and makeup headshot photography tips. If you're a different photographer or you're a potential client of mine or another photographer, feel free to reach out to me. And really thank you for watching our video.
Thank you so much.
See you later.